You're getting ready to apply heat to your beard, whether that's to help with the styling or maybe you want it to feel softer. Yes, absolutely. When done correctly or in moderation, not only can your beard look better, but it can feel better. And if you don't believe me, check the comment section right now. If you're someone out there that uses heat on your beard and your beard does feel better, it does feel softer, leave a comment. I know it sounds mind blowing and goes against all the things you've heard for generations about heat damaging hair in your beard. No, no, no. When it's done correctly, there are so many benefits to it. So regardless of the reason you're going to use heat or even the method you're going to use heat, a blow dryer, heated brush, whatever it may be, you always want to apply beard oil to the skin underneath the beard first and then throughout the beard and then wait 5 minutes before applying that heat. Now it could be 4, it could be 6, but general rule about 5 minutes. And now this is not like breaking news on this channel. I have said this for literally years now. This has been something that I've really been passionate about because not everybody knows that. Some people would apply heat and then use oil afterwards and they defeat the whole purpose of it and then they don't realize until there's damage and it's too late. Apply that oil, wait 5 minutes and then heat. Now, I've never really explained this, and I had somebody recently say, "Hey, Dan, why?" And I was like, "Oh, dang, I've never actually had that question before, but that's a fantastic question." And I thought I'd make a dedicated video explaining why you should wait 5 minutes after applying the oil before you use heat. But first, I'd like to welcome you guys and have a couple calls to action. My name is Dan C. Bearded. If you guys are excited to learn about the reasons or you like learning about beards and styling and health in general, hit a thumbs up for me right now on the video. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. This is all about beards. That's really all I cover. We do live streams, we do 3 videos a week. It's a great place to be with a special community. That subscribe button costs you nothing, but could make a big difference here. And the returning subscribers, thank you guys for coming back. All right, let's dive in. Why 5 minutes? Why not apply oil and then use heat right away? Or why not wait like 30 minutes and then use heat? Why is that the sweet spot? I'll explain what it does and then why that 5 minutes is so important. So what applying oil and then waiting does for your beard with that protection is when you apply it, we got 2 things going on, the skin and then the hair. That 5 minutes is going to give you enough time for the oil to absorb fully into the skin. Yes, it should not take more than 5 minutes to absorb into the skin. If it is, right, if your cheeks are greasy and oily, you're using too much product, dial it back a bit. So that's step 1. Let it absorb into the layers of skin and do its job. Step 2 is we want some of the oil to absorb into the hairs. Now that's important word there is some. We do need some oil to coat and seal the hair for that protection of the heat, but at the same time, we do want some of that oil to absorb in so it doesn't just feel like you just applied all of your oil. Now, a couple of things going on here. One is if after 5 minutes you feel like the oil is completely gone, your beard is dry as can be, there's likely something that we need to adjust. Maybe you need to have a little bit more damp of a beard when you apply it, right? I say damp, but not dripping. Maybe you need to adjust the viscosity of the oil that you're using. If it really has fully absorbed and your beard is completely dry within 5 minutes and you did not use any heat, maybe you're using too thin of an oil. Maybe you're using not enough oil, which is rare, but it could happen. Now, on the flip side of things, if your beard is just a greasy mess and feels like you just applied the oil and nothing has absorbed in within 5 minutes, kind of the vice versa, the opposite there. Maybe you're using too much oil, that's likely the case, or maybe you're not using a viscosity or a carrier blend that agrees with you. But roughly, most of you that watch this channel are kind of getting a feel for oil, right? Or you're veterans or you're new and learning, you want that to absorb in a little bit. Now what's going to happen is our skin is good, it's nourished. The hair has some of that penetration and our hair is wet or ready, so those porous like gaps and holes in the hairs are filled in and then they're sealed with that oil. Now here's the most important part. Once you apply that heat, you're going to be using a tool to distribute it, a tool to style, and a tool to create tension. We know the equation, heat plus tension equals direction. So that could be an all-in-one, like a heated comb that has the heating element or a heated brush that has the heating element and has the tension, the comb with it or brush with it. Got it, check. Or it could be a blow dryer and then a comb where you're using 2 hands. Does not really matter. Why we're waiting 5 minutes is they're going to still have some of that oil on the outside that's going to give us a barrier between the heat and our hair fibers. And equally as important, it's going to allow that extra oil to use your tool, that tension, to glide through easily. When you apply that heat to a beard with no oil, even if it's damp, even if it's wet, you're gonna get tangles, you're gonna get snags, you're going to have breakage and premature shedding. Do not do that on top of you just baking your beard. I've used this reference many times. Think about heating up a pan and then just throwing some steak in there. It's gonna fry it. It's not gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be stuck to the pan. When you use the right amount of oil, right, it does a great job. It cooks it. It's fantastic. When you use too much oil, it's a greasy mess. Oh my gosh. Boom, it's all coming together. Really, think about it like that in terms of cooking and then having that protection. So what that 5 minutes is gonna do is have just enough oil to protect the hair fibers from the heat and just enough oil to allow the tool to slide through your beard without tangles, without snags, and not creating premature shedding or breakage. All right, let me collect my thoughts for 2 seconds. You guys know, come back for a conclusion. Do not apply heat too early because the oil is not able to do its job in that shortened amount of time. Do not apply heat too late because you're not going to have any oil left to do the job. I have found no matter your beard type, no matter your beard texture, your beard length, about 5 minutes is that sweet spot. Give or take a minute or two, right? We can wiggle a little bit there. If you're using the right products and the right amount of products, that seems to be the perfect mark. Now, I would love to open the discussion to you guys and girls out there. What is your experience? Have you had experience with oil that you had to dial in? Did you change the viscosity? Did you change the dampness? What variables did you move and adjust? Or any feedback at all that you could give me, right? I love hearing feedback. That's one of the benefits of this channel is I get to hear from so many different people. That's valuable. That is info. That's really anecdotal evidence that I love. And then what feedback do you have for maybe a new beardsman out there that is adjusting and trying to figure out how to style their beard the safest way, the best way, all of that? That comment section, you guys, is absolutely valuable. And I hope you guys realize that and kind of surf those questions and comments down below and add into the discussion. That's appreciated by me. Thank you guys for watching. As always, sincerely, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Stay bearded and stay positive.